welcome to Secure Talk,
where your space is our space
and opinions are safe. My name is Tori Arte.
And this is Seiko.
Hey, girl.
How you doing? What it do? Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Y'all, it's been 1 month. It's been 1 month since we started Secure Talk. So we just wanted to. I know, right? I love 1 month anniversary. So we just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Yeah, so I feel excited. I think now, like, we feel like the I don't want to say the stressful part, but we feel like the shift and like making sure that it's important. Like, it's not so much a hobby anymore. Like, it's actually like, you know, like we actually trying to take it somewhere. So we just trying to like stay on point. But I feel like I'm still excited and stuff. Yeah, how you feel?
I feel like you said, we are now at the point where it's a transition from it being a hobby and a dream to like, this is our baby, this is our business, this is now like in full effect, so you can't slip. And not even necessarily like slip as far as like you can't do it, but like, I mean slip as far as you gotta stay on intact, you gotta stay on it. You gotta make sure every episode is your best one. That means you gotta make sure all your shoots is your best one. Like, you can't really fall off the wagon. It can't just be like a matter of play. Like, we can talk about it all day. Like, now we full in action, and now we got a consistency, and now we got people waiting, and now we have we have a duty like to make sure it's like 100% every time. So, but it makes me more driven. And I get more like excited. So I didn't lose that. It's just like, okay, so I can't fall off the wagon because this gotta be this, it gotta be done. And we want our best product for y'all each time. So it's kinda like you gotta make sure, like, it's just like customer service, it's a business. You gotta make sure you're giving your best, your all, to the people that's supporting you, to the people that's watching, and you know, I love it. I'm excited. This is what I wanted to do. So
Okay.
It makes me feel like I got people to.
I do feel more driven. Like, I feel like it's like something to look forward to, and it's a little more work. So it makes me feel like a little bit more. I don't know. Like, it makes me feel like a little bit more worthy in a sense, because like it's a little bit more purposeful. Like, when I see people comment and I see people feedback and everything like that, it makes me feel good. So like, if I was to let like whoever's watching or whoever wants to watch once a week, if I was to let them down, like, it'll kind of make me feel like a different type of way. Not bad in the sense, because stuff happen all the time, but it'll make me feel like, it'll make me just feel like, I don't know. It'll just, like, I don't know how to feel.
I feel like we got a reason now. Like,
yeah, like, and
you don't want to fall short. You don't want to let nobody down, or you feel like you want to feel away, but you just feel like, okay, if I don't do this, like, what if somebody be like, oh my God, where y'all at? Or like, oh, like, I seen the shift to see how what's going on. Like, you just want to make sure you.
And especially like in the beginning, when it's like, okay, like our schedules, like, it's a little bit crazy. I think like Taya's schedule a little bit more crazy than mine. But like, even like when we do take off and our schedule do get crazy, it's like, okay, in the beginning, I feel like this is where we can show like our best consistency. So like, we just gotta, you know, try our best to be consistent. And like,
no, you're fine. But I was about to say, I feel like, and with that being said, it's just like it challenges you as a person, especially because we have a purpose with the podcast. So it challenges you as a person because you realize why you're doing it. You start to realize that, okay, I can't fall off because we started this for a reason. It kind of makes you reflect back on what you're doing in the first place. So like, you don't want to let consistency be a reason why you can't, you know, obtain your purpose. Like, why would I fall off when I had this thing going on for a reason? I set it this way for a reason. So I think it just challenges you to stick to what you planned on doing and follow what you set up for a reason. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it just goes back to like our first episode, like the slow approach. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like it's not the easiest thing in the world, it's not the hardest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
This is like okay, like
Just a routine, like another thing that you know you have to do, like especially if you want it that bad, like you're
mm-hmm,
putting that as another thing, like you have to go to work, like we were talking about with the slow approach, you have to do this, you have to be healthy, or you have to work out, or whatever you're trying to make something, like whenever you're trying to add something to your life that you know is going to better you in the long run, is just another thing that you have to look at as not necessarily a, not a, I mean it's always a choice, but like you want to put that on the map with the things that you have to do to keep yourself in growth and
mm-hmm.
obtain the goals
It's
that you
like
set for yourself.
yeah, it's like a responsibility
Yeah,
now.
it's a
Like I'm
responsibility.
responsible for this. It's like
Yeah.
I'm responsible for showing up to work on time
Mm-hmm.
or doing whatever I need to. I'm responsible for this other thing that now other people can see that I'm responsible for.
Exactly.
And it's just like not to say that other people's opinions really, really matter, but like it's a purpose thing now. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, okay, like I like y'all just how y'all like me. I love y'all just how y'all love me. So I just want to, reciprocate the love.
Mm-hmm.
So my way of reciprocating the love is showing up every week
Mm-hmm.
and,
And
etc.
holding your word. I feel like we said, this is what we want to do. This is what people anticipate to watch. It's, whoever's interested, whoever wants to get interested, they just want to see somebody who's trying. So I feel like if you're not jumping out there, people are going to be like, okay, well, they treat it, if you treat it like that, that's how it's going to play out. If you treat it like, I don't have to get to it, I can toss it to the side, then that's how your viewers are going to treat you. Like, oh, I ain't got to watch it, I can toss it to the side. Right. So I think a month of Secure has been a great transition. It's making us learn, take accountability, maintain consistency, and it makes us drive for something other than, your daily thoughts and your dream. You're actually using your actions and taking the action. So now it's not like a thought, it's not a dream, it's not something you say you're going to do. It's like, this is what we doing now. So, responsibility, a good responsibility, a great one. So, yeah. Secure.
A month has been great, y'all.
It's gonna be a year. It's gonna be 5.
I know, right? I can't wait. We're gonna do. I try to keep doing our little monthly check-ins, but a month has been great. Like nothing short of great. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into the topic of today's episode.
Yes.
Not gonna wrap y'all up too much. So the topic of today's episode, y'all, is is life after a breakup.
Ooh.
So. Y'all, life after a breakup, it can go either way. Like, for me, it went either way sometimes. Most of the time when I was younger, I would just go ahead and head on into the next relationship. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I would just be like, alright, like this. Next. Yeah, like this didn't work out. It was always somebody else just like
peeking over.
Yeah, so I would just be like, alright. Like, not like in a fast way, but in a way that's just like,
okay,
I'm not about to feel the emotion of past one, so I'm about to get on to the next one. But yeah, life after a breakup, it can go either or, which ways.
Yeah, I was opposite. Like my breakups, I was distraught. Like, oh my God, we were supposed to be this. I just sunk into my sorrows. I was dramatic. I kept doubling back. I kept trying to get closure. I was like, what? I just lost the love of my life every time. I'm sorry. But that's how I was.
I used to be sad too, but after them 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, it was like, all right. But I did used to be sad. I used to be crying. Like,
I guess, and I feel like I was like that. And then, I wasn't, okay, I could say 2 weeks, but then I was still like, I don't know. I was more, like I said, I really only I had a lot of reoccurrences. Like, when I broke up with somebody, like, I'll probably just stay to myself, but then I probably end up running back into them. And, like, it was a lot of repetitive when I was younger. Like, that's why I feel like I haven't been in too many relationships, because it was a whole bunch of repeats. That's sad.
No, like, my relationship was like that too. Yeah. Every guy I dated, I definitely double back on.
Back too.
It wasn't like It wasn't like, all right, like I never dealt with them again. Like it was like 2 weeks, and then like it was always somebody somewhere. Whether it was somebody out, whether it was somebody on Twitter, whether it was somebody on Instagram that just hopped in my DM. We were just talking. Like,
yeah, we were just talking. I'm trying to think. Like I feel like I had one ex in each like pivot point of my life. Like I probably had one person I dealt with. Oh, that's a lie. I mean, a relationship, real relationship, when you really touch with a relationship wise, I probably had like one person in high school that I probably dealt with all high school. Like one person in middle school. Like I feel like mine was like that. So at them points, I was stuck on them the whole high school, the whole middle school. Like I was in this state, like we gonna make the state work. Like until like high school, I probably dealt with like I probably dealt with like 2 weeks. I don't know. Don't get me getting a number. I don't know. But I know in my real relationships in life, like I probably was stuck over until I kind of got older and I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of each relationship. I'm sorry, but
I don't know, like, yeah, my relationship was like that too. Like when I was in high school, I was with somebody for a little minute, like, and it was just like, all right, but it was somebody. It was always not that I was cheating or nothing. It was somebody like just always there. Like I was just like, okay, like,
I mean, I get it. I mean, and then you gotta think we was young, so it's like then. High school, like everybody was talking to everybody, not me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking to everybody, but I'm
not
just
me.
Like everything, I get what you say. It was more of a fast. Like you being dramatic when you younger, you be dramatic anyway. Because people was moving on a week later, 2 weeks later, and them relationships wasn't even. When you think about a relationship now, them relationships back then, you thought it was so serious, but they wasn't even.
There wasn't nothing.
They wasn't nothing compared to when your ass really get heartbreak or a real breakup. Like. You trying to think of them relationships when you was younger?
My relationship, my relationship, like my last relationship, that relationship got me good.
Yeah, like
that was
them was the ones you got real sit back and heal
like
for.
Once y'all out of high school, y'all done dealt with each other for a couple of years and stuff, and then it was like for real, like you actually think about settling down with this person because y'all young adults now, so it's just like, okay, like I might as well start to think like that this is the one, and then when they fall apart, you gotta rearrange your whole life. I was like,
them would take the breath out of you right there.
Heartbeat gone. Like, no, like
that's why I be trying to think like, how do people, and like now that I've had a real breakup, like in my older years, it's like you really have to develop healthy habits or you're not going to heal. Like you can't be thinking like when you was younger, you could talk to somebody else. When you was younger, like you go to school and you think the next person cute, or you might just be like, okay, he was flirting with me on Instagram, whatever the case was. When you was younger, you could be like that. When you got an older person breakup, it's like, damn, like that was a part of my everyday life, my everyday routine. Like you really gotta sit and rearrange your life without a person that you've been with for a minute, and the things that you was used to dealing with or certain things, everything can remind you of the person. So it's real hard to deal with a breakup now than then. And then I think I was more dramatic then. Like I was acting like it was the end of the world, where like now it really do be the end of the world, but now that you older, you have to, it's in your hands on how your afterlife of a breakup is.
Yeah, like now, like your priorities are different.
Yeah.
So you a little bit. It's not dramatic, but it just means something. And it hit.
And
different.
It really means something.
Yeah, it hit different when it means something, and when it means something that you thought was gonna be forever or close to forever or whatever. But I mean, my last relationship, and that was in my like adult years. So that's the relationship where I was just like, all right, I gotta take some time for myself to heal and create healthy habits, and just to be like, I need to chill out for a little while.
Yeah, cause you don't even want to look at nobody. You don't even want like when these breakups now. It ain't no, like you said, when you be like, who's next? Now you be like,
time out.
Like, shawty, like move around.
I can't. Like I had to sit for a minute and just. I was so sad. Like I had to sit for a minute and just be like, I gotta figure out what I want. I gotta work on me. Like I gotta figure out what in me is causing different situations or different things to appear in life. So like yeah, after this breakup, I was like a whole new different person because different things was triggering me and like I was sitting thinking about different things. And yeah, like I had to develop healthy habits, like working out, like doing stuff that I needed to do without somebody else. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta really, like, it really is different because, like, you have to relearn yourself without the person. Then you gotta, like, really learn your true self because you do not want that same situation to happen again. Like, that's why I feel like after the breakups in your later years, like, you really gotta sit back, take time for yourself, like, reevaluate your life. Like, was that even a life you was supposed to be living? Like, cause you might have been doing endless stuff that you wasn't even had no business doing, but you was only doing it because you was with a certain person. So then it's just like exactly. So you just sitting back thinking like how much time you lost, and it's like okay, I'm doing all this for the other person. You didn't do anything.
You
didn't
do
yourself.
nothing for yourself.
You didn't do anything for yourself, and then you really sat and thought that was how the rest of your life was supposed to be. That's how you. That's why you really got to think about you because it's like okay, I was really gone in the head to the point where I wasn't worried about me at all. Like I was just trying to make it all work for me and the person, and really you doing it all for the person because whoever you was with, if it was that type of relationship, like I can't really say I haven't. Well, I can't say that. Well, you know, like some people now, I want to touch on this because some people leave relationships at this point in their life, and it may not be because it was negative.
It just be because they want them.
They want them.
Like you want yourself.
Yeah, you want them. So like I don't know how I would feel after that breakup. Like I would probably feel like, damn, like what if I just ruined?
Like ruin what?
Like say if you leave a relationship, like I heard people like certain people they'll say like they'll talk about stories like they didn't know why they left. Like they just felt like
they wanted themselves back. So like afterwards you'll know you would feel like guilty, like you don't know if
like if it was nothing really wrong with your relationship, it was kind of just a you thing. Like you wanted to be by yourself.
Well, I feel like in that sense, like you know that you want to leave, like you know what's causing you not to.
But what if it's not like nothing to do with the person? It's just you,
and it's just me.
Yeah, like that's where guilt will come in for me because it'd be like not a guilt, but it would just be like, dang, like.
That's probably what guilt will come in at, but like I had guilt before, like damn, like I didn't left somebody good for somebody bad. I didn't had guilt, but I feel like confirmation is everywhere. Like just like how today when Pastor B was talking, he was like, "Let the guilt go." Like,
yeah,
it's just like
because it just I mean that's 100, but you had to learn that. Like if you was going through that breakup, if in that moment you would be like. You really gotta know that that's for you, and you gotta be confident, and you gotta be really like.
I feel like that's something that we even like as women like we sit on for a while.
Yeah,
like we'll
that's
be like,
true though.
We'll be like, I don't know, and then we'll feel some type of way for a minute,
and
like,
we'll stay,
and we'll stay, and probably won't. 9 times out of 10 won't speak up about it because it's just like I don't want my partner to feel like
that's true.
I don't want them or like I love them any less. But it's just like for a long time we'll sit on something, so it's just like. Okay, after we done sat on it for a couple of months now.
It's still not getting done.
Yeah, it's still not getting done, and I'm still not finding my way back to me. At this point, I'm going to ruin the whole relationship. Yeah. So and that's true.
Because I've had that moment. I've had that moment in a relationship where I felt like it's 100% me, and like I'm going to mess this up, and I need a minute. And that's another thing. If that person doesn't expand their mind to understand that the moments do happen for people. Like, where they just don't feel like they self, and they might just can't be in that relationship. If that person can't expand their mind, you leave. And
it's better for you to leave while y'all can still work it out than for you to stay and, like, y'all pull away from each other, but and you want it so bad, but y'all just knocking heads at the end of the day. Like, in your mind, like, you know you're not supposed to be with this person, but you want it so bad for some reason that you don't even want to let go, and now
that's a maturity thing. Like to be able to honestly say you as a person are not the best, and like this is not where you're at. Like a relationship is not where you're at mentally, and you need a break. And it also takes another level of maturity for the other person to be willing to let you take that step back, and if y'all meant, y'all will figure it out at a later date.
Right.
Because if a person hold you down and you telling them like I can't do this right now, I can't do that, and they steady telling you can, you end up resenting them, and then it go another
Right.
way. So it's just
And
like,
you might as well just let it go and take a breather. Now, and then it's like it don't even be the end of the world sometimes. Like it could be like you could take like 2 months, like just for yourself. In a relationship, it can go so many different ways. Like it's not like, oh, like we have to break up or like we gotta hate each other. Like I can take 2 months and we can be like, okay, 2 months is gonna be our routine, or et cetera, et cetera. It don't have to be like, oh my God, like we breaking up. Like just
but in our generation has that. They put that on, like, our relationships and standards are ran by social media now. So it's just like everybody it's so annoying because nobody can really genuinely feel the way they want to feel without it being a category in social media. Like, oh, if y'all do this, you like this. Or if your girl do this, it's because she doing this. And everybody really hop on that trend. Like, it be funny, but motherfuckers be serious.
It don't even be that.
Like,
sometimes
people take it serious. Like, it's not a joke. It be a joke, though.
And then you bring it home. Yeah. And then you be, what?
Like, now I feel like I'm on Twitter, our whole relationship, because you quoting stuff that it was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, it's not even real.
Like, it's such a trendsetter-ass world that we in now. It's just like, you can't even really do nothing without somebody trying to tack it on to Justin LaBoy or something. Like a quote. Like, I was just saying, because I love Justin LaBoy, but like, people really be taking them like, they live by them. And it's just like, I be cracking up though. I'm under all the comments, no funny, but it's just like, okay, but that's not how everybody really think, and that's not the standard of life. Like if I could want to leave because I'm incapable of being, a relationship is a lot of work. People think a relationship is dates, kissing, sex, and just it's a lot of work. When you really love somebody, that means you really have, and you understand somebody, and you're willing to do a lifetime with somebody. That encounters a lot of things, and patience and understanding and
relationships
and listening and understanding a person is a lot.
Relationships will have you like confronting confronting stuff from your past, like because it's either gonna try to push you, mold you into the better version of yourself, or hold you back. Like, and when sometimes like when they come to like pushing you into the better version of yourself, it's gonna be some things that you're gonna have to do that requires work, and that's like tiring. Like it's like exhausting. Like you're trying to become a better version of yourself. So like
yeah, and then when you're in a relationship, y'all are both trying to go like this, and if y'all on different levels and the other person is not willing to accept whatever level and work with you at that level, then it can go like this, it can go like this, it can be like this, or somebody could just be going like this and one person is not even moving. And it's just like, that takes a lot. Like, and then when you don't want to deal with that.
And then when you down here, you still got to provide your partner what they need. Yeah. Like, they still looking for
they're not
what they need, like, in a relationship. Like, nothing stops because you're down here. And I feel like at the end of the day, that's another thing. Like, when you want to walk away, it's just best for you to walk away, because when you down here and they up here or wherever they at, they still gonna need something from you, and if you can't provide it, they just gonna resent you, and then
it's gonna be a other stuff happen. Or other stuff gonna be happening, and you gonna be wondering why, and they gonna be wondering why you don't understand. It's just a lot of mature traits that you need and healthy communication. And if you can't even do that for your own self, it's like the relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship. Like I said, it's like now, like me being 25 and growing up, it's like if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I need it to be even and open as far as communication, feelings, and all that, because I'm not trying to do the same type of things I did in my past relationships. Like I need to know what it is, and like I need a certain level of maturity. And then, like I said, now after the breakups that you deal with, like you demand certain things, and like you need to be able to find yourself in order to even get to that point. So it's like after a breakup, I really feel like your main thing needs to be finding you.
Yeah, getting back to yourself, because then you're gonna take it into the next relationship. So definitely after a
Exactly.
breakup, I feel like after my breakup, I don't even want to necessarily date again or get to know somebody again if I'm not consistent with myself. Like, and that's consistent with everything I want to do in my life. And the main things are consistent with my purpose, consistent with going to church, and consistent with working out and eating healthy. Like, I feel like those are my main things that like I want to be consistent with, because it's easy to fall off, especially when you're not feeling like yourself, or like when you're not getting back to yourself. It's easy to fall off from eating healthy and working out. Like, it take you one day for you not to feel like it. Like, and it's, if I bring somebody else on, like, in my life or onto me, granted they can cheer me on and help me out, but it's just like I want to be able to do that on my own. And if I do need that, then that person is gonna come into my life, and I am gonna feel the shift. But I don't think I want to date if I can't.
And I feel like even what you're saying, like, I feel like when you're getting into that, because trying is a big thing. You might not have to have it 100% down, but if you are transitioning your life for those things to be important and them for now to be priorities, when somebody do come along, they could just be that push to like lock you 100% in, because now you're seeing like, okay, this person could be around and they know I'm gotta get this done, or they doing this too, and you learning practices from somebody who's doing it. But it don't have to be that you 100% together, but you have to be ready to practice them same things that you want from somebody else. And you want consistency. You want somebody who got priorities straight. You want somebody who's setting the boundaries. Like, just piggyback off our last episode. And that's a big thing to do when you done with a breakup, is setting boundaries within yourself to make sure you are doing the things that you need to do for the life that you want. Like, if you're not setting boundaries, then you still gonna be following and doing the same things that led you into the last person, or that kept you with the last person, because you didn't want to speak up. You gonna run into the
same person, just a different body.
Exactly, because you didn't want to speak up, or because you felt like you ain't have no voice, or you ain't have no worth in this, or you don't have nothing to do, so you just tagging along with what they doing all day. It's just like, nobody want to do that no more. Like, that's old. That's slow, sad, and late. Nobody trying to do none of that. And I think that's why after the breakup, like, finding yourself and
getting back to yourself.
Change your life, do something different.
Yeah, I had to just get back to yourself. Like, I be feeling sometimes people be out partying and stuff like that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, it don't work for me no more. And it's not, I don't think that, I just think it's masking up emotions that you just don't want to feel, and then they gonna just end up coming out regardless, kind of thing.
I feel like it's only necessary and it's only appropriate when you're celebrating something. And I feel like if you don't have anything to celebrate, then partying and all that is doing nothing for you. Because when you go out to party and have a good time, it's either because you haven't done it in a minute and you want to feel those vibes, you want to go out, you want to feel like yourself, or you want to get back to that if that was something that you enjoyed doing and then you stopped doing it. Or two, you're celebrating something. You feel like, oh, I've been doing this for this amount of time, I deserve to go out, have a good time, I deserve to, not worry about my priorities today, like, I've been on it. Like, if you don't have those reasons, then I just feel like I feel like that.
I do feel like it's different though. Like, okay, so I did say partying and stuff, but I did party a lot, or I did go out and I guess celebrate a lot this year or this past summer. But it was definitely because like I was put up for so long, like, and I was just in a different mode for so long.
Oh, and that can be a thing too.
Now it was just like, okay, like I'm ready to just like, I'm just ready to let my hair down. Like, I don't feel like
you was, like you said, that's what I'm saying, that wasn't something that you was used to. You wasn't outside, you wasn't doing all that, so now you felt free. Like, you felt like, okay, I can do what I want to do, what I need to do, what I feel like I want to do today. Like, I don't have to worry about nobody else, emotions, or if I got to do this, or who I'm with, how long I'm out, what I'm doing. Like, just all that.
Another thing, like, when you don't have to wake up and get up and worry about somebody else's emotions, can we focus on the good things that happen when we no longer in a relationship? Like when you don't have to wake up and worry about nobody else's emotions, especially when you coming from a little toxic cycle. When I could just get up, like when I got out of my relationship, I was so much back at peace. Like when I was out of like my apartment, like it was just like it was like a different feeling completely. Like I was able to sleep through the night. Like I was able to just wake up and just be like, okay. Like it was so strange to me. Like it was like a different feeling. Like it was like peace slash happiness that I never felt before. But like when you just able to wake up and you ain't gotta worry about nobody looking at you about making breakfast, nobody looking at you, cause and then women, like, we just different, we just hit different anyway. So cleaning up, making sure dinner is made, like all of that, it's like I don't even gotta do that right now. Like I can sit in my mess if I choose to for today. Like I don't gotta worry about you, what you got going on, or what you about to do, or you asking to use my car. Like I don't even have to worry about that. So like it's just different. Like after a breakup, it just hit different. And like from now on, when the situation ends, I'm gonna just try to focus on the good instead of focusing on the bad. Cause
that relationship, when somebody asking for that car every day,
where are you going,
money
sir?
every day. Well, you don't have no job, but you, sis, whoever. I just like that. I don't miss that, and I had that type of hold up relationship when I was a little bit younger. So that, but I don't damn sure don't miss that shit. That had you drained.
I don't damn
Like,
sure.
oh hell no! All that when a motherfucker just like this, like just chipping you away, like every piece of you, you have to give to that person. Like that's what you really. That's why you have to let your head down when you got out that relationship, because it's like you got somebody in real life, like, oh, like, I don't have no child, and you got somebody real biting away at your life. Everything, they rely on you for everything: sex, money, car,
food,
life, peace, dinner,
clean,
friendship. Because nobody of their friends won't fuck with them because they leech. Don't get me. Don't get me.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
after them type of breakups, you damn sure want you got. That's the joint that had you partying.
And that's why, like, that's why
like,
now I'm real selective.
Fuck that nigga. You be like, yeah, fuck whoever. Like, they can't tell me nothing. They can't tell me nothing. I don't do. Don't ask me for nothing. This is my money. This is my car. This is mine. Like, mine. I just want to say mine. Like,
I don't want to share right now.
Yeah, like,
I don't even want to share my time right now.
Just them is a whole nother ballgame.
I want to get comfortable. That's why I said I want to get consistent with what I need and what I need to have going on for me. Like, I don't even want to share right now.
Take care of mine.
I chose not to have kids for a reason. Like, I was real cautious. Like, I chose not to have kids for a reason. When I laid down, I know it get hard.
Yeah, I know it get hard.
Whoop, but nah, like.
Yeah. And I know grown ass person that got the ability to use their 24 hours just like me to transition.
And then you're a guy. Like, I want to feel like you got me.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a whole nother, y'all, that's a whole nother topic.
But yeah.
Y'all gonna hear about it because that, when you got a daughter or a son, and you think you supposed to have, that's what I'm saying. Have taking care of somebody, a grown person, when you trying to take care of yourself and you trying to get by, that's a lot of stress and strain, and that's probably why 80-90% of breakups happen, because people so used to somebody, and they'll just let you put the load on. They don't help. They don't try. So
that's the thing. Once you, that's why I'm not even courting y'all no more. Like, you gonna show me what you gonna show me. I'm gonna choose whether I'm gonna deal with it or whether I'm not gonna deal with it. Peace out and gone. Like, I'm not about to say, oh, can you do this? I'm not about to. You're not about to, and you not about to ask me, cause I'm not gonna respond. I'm not about to respond. I'm not about to. I'm not starting this whole other shindig all over again.
I feel like both of us should be hungry, and that's good qualities for me. Like, we should both be hungry, and we both should be trying to get to the top. So it should be no reason why you're even comfortable with that. So that's another topic for another day, y'all.
Yeah, y'all.
So look tuned. Tell us y'all breakup.
Oh yeah, tell us y'all breakup stories. Let us know how what was hard for y'all, what y'all want to do, or anything that y'all want us to touch on in the future. Y'all can email us at securechatwithus@gmail.com. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at securityLK.
Yes.
And yeah, y'all let us know what y'all feeling. Let us know how y'all like the transition or whatever, how y'all liking the podcast. Give us a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and close out this episode. I love talking to y'all, so talk to us back.
Alrighty. Well,
my name is Tori Arte.
And I'm Seiko.
Thank you for watching Secure Talk.
We will see y'all next week.
Love y'all.
Bye.